Young Yolanda Yates loves yellow yo-yos, yogurt, and yummy yams. So Yolanda needs to slow the fuck down eating. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy. Welcome to the Whatever We Want podcast. It's your boy. I go by the name of Jazz or Super Jazz.
Super
SJ
Jazz.
As nature intended. SJ, JT, whatever you want, what have you, and the like. And as always, I am joined by the other co-host of the show.
Y'all know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublimely magnificent Big Ugly himself, Omari Ellis Feo Grande on YouTube, sometimes referred to as Pete on this show. I'm doing good as well. What's up?
And yes, like I said, this is the Whatever We Want podcast where we do just that. We talk about whatever we want. We don't lead this conversation. This conversation leads us. And we let these chips fall where they may.
Every Wednesday. We still Wednesday night. It's Wednesday somewhere when we're recording this, so still counts. Anyway, every Wednesday.
Oh, what's funny is you're on the East Coast, so I'm actually in the Midwest, so Central Time, it is still Wednesday for me. So every Wednesday when I record it, but it's Thursday for your ass.
It's Wednesday night. Day changes when you wake up in the morning. Anyway.
What kind of dumbass fucking, what kind of dumbass quote is that? Okay.
You know what I mean. That kind of mindset where it's like.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So, how was your weekend, Super Jazz?
My weekend or my week, or just my weekend in general?
Okay.
Like the last few days or like
you're
genuinely
right,
weekend?
You're right. Your weekend is continuing, so I'll go with mine first. My weekend.
My bad. I did overthink that. But go ahead.
My weekend was fine because, as I mentioned, I went to CEO Taku last week. CEO Taku.
Yeah, you were talking about it.
Yeah, it's the 7th one, and so they themed it after Final Fantasy VII. Hence the way the title,
which is a big hit. Yeah, big hit in the Final Fantasy.
So
that's the one with Final Fantasy VII is the one with Cloud.
Yes.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Why you looked at me like, if you don't shut your dumb ass up, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was just. It's not a question I've heard in a while. Is FF7 the one with Cloud? It's like, well,
yeah.
Like, yes.
It wasn't so much that I cut you off. It was, how the fuck do you not know? Okay, I get that.
Yeah, I was just like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm playing, Super Yoshi Story. Is that the one with Baby Mario? What the fuck? Yeah, of course it is. I don't know. I'm making shit up. Bottom line is,
to you,
that was a terrible example. But Street Fighter, is that the one with Ryu?
Right. I was gonna say it was along the lines of 2 + 2. Oh yeah, that equals 4, right?
Yeah.
That's how you looked at me like
I thought you do.
4, really?
Yeah, I thought you do. But
anyway.
Then I'm like, yeah, you've gone on saying you don't play a lot of games, so that makes sense. Anyway, it is the one with Cloud.
I do like games. I'm not a gamer like that.
I said play a lot of games. I did not say.
I know. I wasn't correcting you. I was saying that for the people, if anybody. Yeah. No, you know this, but
yeah. Anyhow, so it was themed after FF7. I went ahead and tried to enter because it's like, why do spectator for the weekend when I can at least participate in one of them? Not a lot of practice, entered Street Fighter 6, and I think that is the quickest I've gone 0-2 in any tournament in my life. I mean, sit down, lose 2 games back to back, stand up. Who won? This guy? Okay, you lost, you go sit and play this guy right now. Boop, 2 rounds, done. I was like...
So the people you played against...
Yeah, well... The people I played against, some of the decisions I made, and just how fast one match was right after the other... It was just, my pool started at 6. I think I was done with my tournament matches by 6:25. It was just ready, go, done. All right. you got the whole 2 hour, because like pools generally take like a 2 hour block, and sometimes you gotta wait for people to get done playing other games, or people like they're waiting for people to lose into brackets.
You ain't have to wait for shit.
No, it was sit down, get up, sit down, lose, get out. Oh, okay, thanks for playing. But nonetheless, Friday, I got to have a lot of fun meeting up with people that I only really see at CEO. And I hung out a lot with them on Friday. We went to fucking Chewy's, which is a Mexican like chain down here. Eaton, whoever, as one of the people at the table stated, whoever had control of the aux cord that night was just going crazy with like the songs that were playing. We were just jamming out at the table. Some extroverted at the Chewy's. It's a restaurant.
Y'all, but like the aux cord that y'all were playing.
That's what I said.
Oh, you talking about
like he said, like he's just saying, whoever has control of this is jamming tonight at
what they were playing. Okay,
yeah, because
I'm thinking y'all were at the table blasting shit.
No,
I'm like,
we're just jamming, listening to the song. Some extroverted ass old black dude from the table behind us starts like chatting up at this, whoever, him and his wife or girlfriend, whatever, and they just a lot of good times. Then went back, chilled at the hotel room with them, just like listening to songs I don't normally listen to, which is like modern day hip hop. Not to say anything against modern day hip hop or that I'm not a fan of modern day hip hop. I don't listen to the radio anymore, so I'm out of the loop with a lot of these songs.
You've hit a certain age. Both of us have hit a certain age where we just kind of like we kind of migrated away from music on the radio.
Yeah,
which is why I try to make a concentrated effort to keep up with shit. But when you hit a certain age, you just it just happens. Yeah. Whatever so.
But yeah, that was cool. So we were chilling. Played some Street Fighter like in the hotel room. Friday, whatever. Went home. Eventually went home. Chilled. Saturday, sitting there. Now I'm full spectator mode, just trying to see what friends I can run into. And it's cool. Evening, I get to chill with another friend who's just like, hey, I got reservations to Fogo de Chao. It's a Brazilian steakhouse. It's kind of like that Texas de Brazil place I mentioned on the thing before from like the bachelor party, where they just kept bringing the meat to the table. Like as long as you got it like flipped over, you just get like slices of meat the whole time, all you can eat. It's fantastic ideas for restaurants. Whoever the Brazilians are smart people when it comes to how they do steakhouses. Even if it isn't that actual Brazilian steakhouse thing, I'm saying it because it's called Brazilian steakhouse. I'm giving Brazil credit. It's genius. Anyway, and I got to catch up with a friend, and so that was cool. Sunday, top 8 day, chilling, watching some stuff, watching the games. Fucking Mortal Kombat 1. It's its first major tournament. Like for that game, the new Mortal Kombat 1, you know what I mean? Mortal Kombat 12.
Right. Well, not the first Mortal Kombat, because now it has to be Mortal Kombat 1. Like when you talk about the original Purge, you can't say the first Purge because they made a Purge that is the first Purge. Yeah, like when franchises do that dumb shit. So Mortal Kombat 1 is not. Yeah.
And they think they're so clever every time they do it. We're renaming it the first title because it's a rebirth of the series. We're starting the series over. If you think you know the series, if you think you know God of War, you're going to learn something completely new with God of War 2018. Whatever. But watching the tournament, some of the biggest names in the MK scene didn't show up to it, but Punk, who's a great Street Fighter player, he got second place in it, and it was interesting to see. But the game had only been out for 2 weeks, so it's not like people were pulling out some of the crazy shit.
It didn't have enough time to like really go in the dojo with it and shit.
Yeah, apparently Havoc's really good. There were 3 of them in top 8. Do you remember Havoc from Deception? weird looking dude, like to break his own bones and shit.
He's in the game. Okay.
Yep, he's back as a playable character, and he's even like grosser with what the shit he can do. But he's also apparently really good. Ashra is also good. I think there was one Reiko in top 8. I could be wrong.
I know Reiko is back. I didn't know because I told you I watched some of the video on the story or whatever. Well, that might be giving it away. Never mind. So I'm not gonna say that. That might give the shit away. Never mind.
Oh, you've seen some of the story from the game?
I watched on YouTube. I told you I watched on YouTube like the cut scenes in order about the story and all this shit. And what I was gonna say about Reiko, but I was like, you haven't really looked at that yet, and I don't want to spoil the shit, so never mind.
Gotcha.
What was I gonna say? But yeah, Ashra's in there. Ashra is like younger, and they like took the hat away. The big ass, like kind of dumb looking hat.
Right. I was kind of mad they took it away. She does have an alternate costume that has.
Oh, you liked it? I thought the hat looked dumb.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. The hat does look dumb, but it's unique about the character.
It is unique. It's very unique. I'll give you that.
She's the one with the stupid hat. If you bring her back, you got to bring back the stupid hat. That's pretty much what I'm saying. It's
okay.
It's
you didn't.
It's stupid, but it's Ashra. She does have a big hat for an alternate, though. It's not quite as. That's
you like the uniqueness of it.
Yes, I like unique stuff.
You like the uniqueness of it. What else? Yeah, they got Reiko. Reiko kind of basically looks the same. I think like he had a vest on, and he don't really wear the vest as much no more or some shit.
Yeah. Also, they changed like his hairstyle and shit, but because he's got like a ponytail or whatever, and this will have a mohawk, whatever. Not a mohawk, but kind of like a.
He actually looks like a badass, really.
Yeah. I like the.
I do find it kind of fucking crazy. That right? 4. That's what it did. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, and I think he had I think he originally had a red vest or some shit.
Yeah, no, he did.
Oh, he did. Okay, good. And I find it crazy that Sonya is not a playable character for real. That is nuts, dude. She been there, and it, like I say, it's not giving nothing away because you find out very early on, and it's not a super. At least what I saw, a super plot point. But Johnny Cage is engaged or married, I don't know if it's whatever, to another woman.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Liu Kang changes.
The fuck? Like, where's Sonya?
Liu Kang changes up a bunch of stuff. Like Hanzo Asashi isn't even Scorpion anymore. It's like one of the Sub-Zeros is now Scorpion for some reason. I saw someone say that it's either Kuai Liang or Bi-Han. I don't remember which one it is. But I think Bi-Han stays Sub-Zero and Kuai Liang becomes Scorpion. I think it's what someone said. But whatever. For those of you who don't know, Bi-Han would die in Mortal Kombat 2 and become Noob Saibot. Kuai Liang is the Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 3 onwards.
Wait, hold on. My connection in this hotel, my connection went out. He would die and become who? I didn't hear what you said.
Noob Saibot.
That's what I knew that. I just wanted to make sure you ain't say nothing I didn't know. Okay,
yeah.
I did know that.
Yeah, Noob Saibot. And the other one was Sub-Zero from MK3 onwards. Anyway, Guilty Gear was the hypest finals. There was this dude from North Carolina who played this character that is considered bad because he's big and slow, but he's a fan favorite because he is he's one of those stereotypical he's one of those American stereotypes. He's got he's big and fat, got a big fucking leg. He looks like he's from fucking Texas, and kind of has that kind of personality or whatever. And he carries a fucking coffin on a chain that he swings around and uses as a weapon. And it's got a fucking alien inside, whatever. Because Guilty Gear. Fuck? He works for the government. Like I said, he works for the government. He's the Secretary of Absolute Defense, Gold Lewis Dickinson. I don't know why his name is Gold Lewis Dickinson.
That is a hell of a fucking name.
Yes, and some people nickname him
That is a hell of a fucking name.
Because Gold Lewis Dickinson. But but he's a fan favorite because big body characters usually are fan favorites, and he's clearly American as fuck. He even has a move where he pulls out a fucking machine gun and shoots at you. I mean, America.
Well, I mean, and anytime you see, because you said he's like not considered to be like somebody that a lot of people like. So anytime you see somebody whooping ass with a character that they're not supposed to win with, that's fun. That's always fun.
Now here's the thing: so, Gold Lewis's only real problem, in my opinion, is that he's slow. But he very needs to be, because if that nigga hits you once, you're losing like 50 to 80% if he hits you solid enough. Because he's got this move called Behemoth Typhoon. Like, a lot of people have like 80 different special moves. He has like 4. Technically, he has like 12, but 8 of them are all the same fucking move, and it's Behemoth Typhoon. So Guilty Gear likes to do weird things with their controls sometimes, or just to be unique with their characters and stuff. Now, in most games, when you do like a fireball with Ryu and stuff, you do quarter circle, down to forward, fireball. Some moves, are half circles.
Yeah, okay.
Some are Dragon Punch or whatever. Mm-hmm. Behemoth Typhoon Behemoth Typhoon is a half circle. However, it's not just from back to forward. It can be from down to up. It can be from up forward to down back forward to down forward and stuff, and then the button. And however you move it, that's how he swings it. He has an animation for each way you input the Behemoth Typhoon. And it hurts like a bitch because he's hitting you with a coffin on a chain, and he can combo like a whole bunch of them to each other. You just fucking melt and die.
Depending on the direction you do the half circle in the direction, it just basically like, changes them. Yeah. It's the same move, it just changes
like how he's hitting you and the properties of the move when it hits. If it knocks you down, if it spikes you off the ground, if it wall bounces, and he's just but while Gold Lewis had been in top 8s before, it was always like some player who got there with the much better character and then decided surprise Gold Lewis counterpick in top 8. But this was apparently the first time that a person who only played Gold Lewis throughout the entire tournament, made it not only into top 8 but top 8
like I said winners. That's fun to see.
Exactly.
With the character you ain't supposed to win.
What made it even more fun is apparently the motherfucker was from North Carolina. And his name was like Cherio. He had the fucking North Carolina coalition with him. Like a third of the fucking ballroom was these motherfuckers yelling like NC sweep. They were going crazy for this dude, whatever he wanted. And because it's CEO Taku and anime themed, this motherfucker would get up and fucking spirit bomb, like hold his hands up in front of the crowd, and the crowd holding them all up. Like that was the people's champion that weekend.
And the crowd did it too?
Yeah. Yeah, he got up to like 3rd. Yeah, he made it to 3rd place. And then the grand finals was between last year's champ Umisho and a guy who's by the name of I feel bad for not knowing his name. He ended up winning the fucking tournament, and he's good. He's a really good Leo player. Tempest, I want to say Tempest NYC. Tempest ends up winning it, but Tempest also won the crowd over. Oh, did I tell you last year about this guy named Bean? Everyone going Bean in the tournament. It was hilarious. CEO Taku last year, he was the people's champion of last year because he was playing Chip, who no one plays Chip because Chip melts. Like, if you think Akuma takes a lot more damage than the rest of the cast, Akuma thinks Chip takes damage like a bitch. Like, Chip's made out of paper. And this motherfucker was in the tournament, but he needs to be made out of paper. Motherfucker's ridiculous. He needs to be made out of paper. It's the balancing thing. It just is what it is. Unfortunately, he ran... Anyway, last year he was the people's champ, and after like damn near everything he did, the crowd was like yelling, Bean! Bean! It was hilarious. I think he got 3rd last year. He was back this year, and he made it to top 8. So we got to do the Bean shit for that. He lost early, but so everyone just kind of really backed behind Cheerio until he was out. And then in grand finals, Tempest is like, And then Tempest is like, you know what? I know how I'll get the crowd on my side. I'm gonna pick another character nobody picks, and he picked this character named Sen Kisuke, who's the son of the rival of the protagonist. Anyway, and he won with that character, and the crowd lost their shit. Everybody was happy, and CEO Taku ended on a really good note. And then I looked and I found out that, and yes, I will be talking about it Saturday, but I'm fine with talking about it twice in 1 week. The Dolphins beat the Broncos.
Bad. I saw that shit.
By
I didn't see the game. I didn't see the game, but I saw the score because before I left, because we'll get into what why I'm in a hotel or whatever. But before I left, I was hanging with my brother and my mom, and while we hanging out, my bro was like, shout out to Ibn, shout out to Big Bro. He was like, yo, let's watch the game, because we know what we want to do. But before I left, they were like, yeah, let's watch the game. So we turned the Chiefs on, the Chiefs versus I forget who it was.
The Bears.
But yeah, I said the Dolphins beat the Broncos by how much?
50. 70-20.
I said,
these motherfuckers,
what the fuck?
These cocky motherfuckers are gonna have the gall to be like, oh yeah, we could have kicked the field goal to have the record for most points in a game, but we're not here to embarrass our opponents, so we would have held ahead and kneeled it out.
We're not gonna embarrass you. Suck my dick. That's funny as shit. Fucking, but hey, on some real shit. Obviously, we don't play sports with that, but on some real shit, that's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah. Speaking of we don't play
70-20.
Speaking of we don't play sports, I was gonna plug it at the end, but I might as well mention it because also this past weekend launched another show on my channel that I do with Bill called "You Don't Watch Sports."
I didn't see the show, but the thumbnail. Yeah, You Don't Watch Sports. Yeah.
And it's a cool thing. It's a cool idea. So I won't be like talking as much about sports on here anymore. But it's like a little shorter. The idea is a shorter program for people who don't watch sports to like, because as Bill lays it out in the video, it's like, hey, we're going to cover like 3 topics because, you may not watch a lot of sports and stuff, but everybody in your office clearly is like talking about some shit or whatever. You want something to talk about, want just a little bit of stuff, some information to use, you can watch this. We're not experts, which is all the more reason it works. Because, the whole point of the show is, you don't watch sports a lot anyway, so it's not like that, but we got you some talking points to talk about. So we talked about like the NBA superstar problem with them demanding trades and stuff. We talked about baseball's new rules, and we talked about football. And we were like, what of the Tua and O teams do you take seriously? Or who do you think is gonna matter? I'm not gonna say what we said because I want you to watch it. But I think we came out looking pretty good.
So
experts, though we may not be.
As a casual fan, you're saying that you made this for people who aren't super sports fans.
Yeah, just casual fans and stuff as well.
Because I'm gonna have to check it out. Like I said,
yeah, watch it. Like it's made for people. It's made for people like you, Jazz.
Well, because on some real shit, like I say, the only reason I do not watch every episode this guy hasn't seen, and I've actually missed a good amount of episodes, is because shout out to Bill Smith, good friend of yours, friend of mine, good friend of the show. But I have not seen all the movies that y'all watch. And then when y'all just did, I think, Cradle to the Grave, and I was like, damn, another movie that your boy ain't seen. What the fuck? So, but
I
then I saw
seen Cradle to the Grave.
No, but then I saw you did like You Don't Watch Sports, and I thought that You Don't Watch Sports was somehow a sports reference to this guy hasn't seen. Yeah, because it sounds like this guy hasn't seen You Don't Watch Sports. Yeah, so I was like, oh shit, they made good for them making a show, but they made a show I can't watch. Like that's what I was thinking. But no, I check it out. I definitely would check this one out.
Yeah, and Bill, the genius behind that ID name. that you don't watch sports and the concept.
I,
That's
I,
yeah,
I
and
like
I
that y'all
liked
were
it.
doing it. I saw that. I saw the thumbnail, and I said, "Okay, y'all, good for the branching out." That's a show where obviously not my show, but that's a show where Ibn would probably be a good like guest on every now and then. So yeah, because the way that man loves fucking sports and shit. So yeah, that motherfucker. Um, but speaking of like why I say I keep talking about why I'm in a hotel and the Wi-Fi might be bad and where I'm at and all this shit, I got no problem saying it because by the time this comes out, I'll be back or ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Hopefully, in the time I'm gone. Uh, but yeah, I'm in Chicago. Shout out to PTO, paid time off. So yeah, I went ahead. I'm using my vacation days, and I decided to go to Chi-Town, man. Get a break from the job. Not that I hate my job by any means, because I don't. But get a break from the job, then go ahead and just get some time outside of the city. Also thinking about moving here at some point. So I come up here and I updated my resume for acting, and I'm going around to some theaters. I'm doing some tourist stuff. Uh, I am going to go around the theater, see some shows, and also be like, hey, I don't know if y'all got auditions right now or not, but I'm an actor from St. Louis, you know, so what's the odds that hopefully you'll do something with it, but even if you don't, what's the odds I could just send you my resume? Oh, word? Okay, cool. Bleep, 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 bam. So yeah. I saw a show last night. It was cool. It was cool. It was cool. Paid a good amount for it, but I'm on vacation, so I ain't even tripping. It was the Broadway in Chicago, as they call it. Uh, I'm also planning on hitting up. I want to as an actor, you got to get ready for disappointment. So I shouldn't build this up in my head so much. But motherfucking Steppenwolf, I want to get on that stage so bad. Um, Steppenwolf Theater, I think Bill knows what it is. I feel like he mentioned it on something. But Steppenwolf is Laurie Metcalf is like, if not a founding member, I believe she's a founding member, but if not a founding member, she's one of the original like people that started with it. Laurie Metcalf, she was the mom in Lady Bird. She's mainly known
Yeah,
as Roseanne's sister on
yeah.
Roseanne. Yeah. Very, very, very accomplished, amazing actor.
It probably
And
got mentioned
she
in the fucking Lady Bird review thing we did.
I believe so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out to me. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's the movie I did that Bill apparently liked. Anyway, but no, so yeah, that's the one Laurie Metcalf is, and just everything about that theater is just incredible to me. So I want to get in there, but yeah, no, I'm just here. I'm here to kind of, like I said, see some shows and turn in some resumes, but also just do some tourist shit and get a break from the job, man. So yeah, I'm having a good time. I hung out with one of my really good friends today who been here, like he said, been here will be 10 years in like March, which is crazy when I think about when he left. And like I'm dang, 10 years went by that quick. So yeah. But yeah, man. It just you never realize how much you need a vacation. And then when you on it and you're like, yo, hey, this feels pretty good. So yeah, I'm just like I'm in one of those extended stays.
Yeah.
So I'm staying 30 minutes outside the city in this place called Schaumburg.
Okay.
Um and it's not bad. I rented a car, nice fucking car in fucking 2023 for
Damn.
not that much money. Yeah. Uh Push button start in this bitch.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Um, like the whole thing, like I synced my phone up to it, so when I talk to people, I can just push the button and talk in the car to your ass. Yeah, yeah. My dad saw the car. He said, it's gonna be hard to go back to your car after this. I said, yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
that's true.
But I'm in yeah. I'm in an extended stay because I feel like I'm gonna be here for a few days. So I'm in one of them places that's got like a fridge and burners and stuff. because actually before you called me, I had just gone to the store to get some stuff because I'm gonna make some chicken stir fry tonight before I go to bed. So yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. I went to the top of the Sears Tower, like all the way to the top.
nice.
Walked around, took some pictures and shit. And then they got this thing called the Sky Deck. So like when you go to the top and you can go out and it's like all like you walk out for a minute and you only be out there for like a minute. I think it's a minute if it's one or two people, 2 minutes if the party is like three or more people or some shit. So you only be out there for a second because everybody wants to go out, but you go out over like 1,400 feet in the air, and then you go out into this like area where aside from where you walked out, it's just clear all around you. So it's like a clear back and then clear ceiling and all like clear floor and shit. And I know nothing's gonna happen, but when it's a whole museum and everything, and then you go on the elevator and all the shit. But before I walked out onto that shit and I could see, I walked out and I was like, uh, and I knew nothing was gonna happen, but it's like I'm
Yeah,
1,400 some feet in the air and I can see below me. I was
that's
like,
oh my goodness.
and I even said to the guy who like started the time, and they take a picture of you too. Like they got professional cameras. You could buy your picture when you leave and all this shit. But the dude who like set the camera up and started the timer, he like walked out like it wasn't shit. And I even said to him, I said, "You just walked out like it wasn't nothing." Meanwhile, I'm over here. He's like, "Yeah, after you do it for a while, man, you get used to it." I was like, "I know, but just I'm like,
Yeah.
uh, no, man, it was fun. I did that. And then, like I said, yeah, tomorrow I gotta make sure I don't get a late start. But like I said, I did that yesterday, hung out with my boy today. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna really go around and try to get some like go to the theater companies, like I was saying. I'm gonna go to the Bean, which was funny because I said to my friend, you've heard of the Bean. No?
Um,
Okay. Yeah. Would well, it's just I haven't been there ever, but it's just a metal beam, like a big old
oh,
sculpture
the bean.
in the
Okay,
park.
yeah,
Yeah, the beam. Yeah.
the bean.
It's funny too, because like I said, my friend from St. Louis, but he's been here, 10 years. So we hanging out and stuff. And we hung out, like I said, for a while. And he goes, so what you want to do, man? You know, and one thing, it was funny. We was getting some pizza. And after we finished, she said, "So what you want to do?" I was like, I don't know, kind of maybe do some tourist stuff, maybe whatever. I was like, we don't have to. And he's like, what you want to do? I said, go to the Bean. I'm not going to the Bean. I was like, we ain't got to go to the Bean, dog. But it was just
I'm not
he said
going
it's
to the
stupid.
bean.
It was just the way that he had this. I was like, my bad, dog. He said it's just a stupid little thing. So you can't even like go in it. You can't do anything about it. He said it's really just a sculpture that everybody goes to just to say they went. And I know it's gonna be stupid, but I have to go
You can't
to
not.
say I went. Like when I went to Detroit for Comic Con and I ended up missing it because it got too late. But when I went to Detroit, I was gonna eat at Mom's Spaghetti, Eminem's new little like walk up spaghetti window. Even though I knew that was probably gonna be some bullshit cafeteria spaghetti, I was gonna eat there just to say I did. Some shit you just gotta like. I know this is gonna be corny as fuck, but I have to do it.
Oh, I know.
So that's what I plan to do tomorrow,
Like
though.
when we went on Food Quest years ago. Anyway, keep going.
I feel
Yeah,
like you talked about that on
yeah.
that episode. But then yeah, I'm gonna go to Navy Pier for a minute because that's like the big area with a lot of tourist shit. Um, Friday. Oh, and tomorrow I'm seeing my friend isn't in a show, but the company that he is a member of, because he's actually a member of a company out here, which is nice.
Nice.
It has been for years, yeah. Shortly after he moved here, he got a member of a company, which is great. But he's a member of the company, and he he was like, "Yo, I won't be able to see this show with you. I'm not in it, but when you have a second before you leave, go see this show because he knows one of the people in it, and I should, talk myself up and mention him so I can give a resume and all this shit. I was like, that's what's up. So I'm gonna go see the show. I saw him perform at the same company when I first came here back in like I want to say 2017. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow also. Then Friday, like I said, I'm gonna find something to do. And he said he's gonna see a show somewhere else, and I'm welcome to come. So of course I'm gonna come.
Nice.
But today, yeah, today I just like hung out with his ass, which was cool as shit, man. He's living nice. My man living in, like he got like a really, really good paying job now. He's living in like a luxury fucking apartment. I walked in, I said, oh, like the lobby. I said, oh, bro, living like this? Okay. Yeah. And then, I went into his place and his place was nice. And then, like I said, but today was just me and him hanging out. He was like, what you want to do? I said, well, of course I want to get some Chicago deep dish. So we get Chicago deep dish. And he was like, where you want to go? I said, I don't really care. So he said, I know there's one place that's good. So we went to this place, we got some food. And then we walked around for a little bit and he was, showing me some places that he liked to go to. There's one place that I wish we had in St. Louis, but there's no demand for it, which is it's a bookstore / coffee shop, but it's for actors. So on one side, they just have scripts, and they're like alphabetized by the writer's last name, and then on the other side they have like how to, like, and stuff that like goes in depth about acting and stuff like that, like
Huh.
how to be a better actor, or why nobody's taking risks, and stuff like that. So it's like this is more like in depth on the process, and then these are the plays themselves. I got 2 plays, so yeah.
Okay.
He recommended this one. My friend recommended this one because he knew about it, and then I told him I want to do a one man at some point in my career, whether I do it or not, like my company does it or not. So he was like, he doesn't know about this, but he like was like, yo, solo, check it out. So I said, hell yeah.
He knows about it now.
But yeah, he was telling me this one, Passover, apparently is really fucking good. It's a modern show.
Okay.
I want to do some more modern shit anyway. But he was like, yeah, like I was talking about that play, and he was like, well, yo, you talk about doing a 2-person. He was like, check this one out. And like I said, it's more of a modern show. So yeah, man. I'm just talking and talking and talking and talking.
That
But
I started the show talking and talking and talking and talking.
but yeah, man, like I say, I'm just like I say, the cliche, you don't realize how you don't realize how much you need vacation till you're on it. Damn, I didn't realize how much I needed it. And I kept saying this at my job. I was like, because I was everything at your job every now and then just gonna frustrate you a little bit, no matter how great the motherfucking job is. And I do not hate my job by any means. But I even kind of felt like, not that I was like going off and being this big, berserk, evil, but I kind of felt like some stuff that was bothering me was not a big deal.
Yeah.
And just little points. I was like, just little stuff, or stuff that should be a problem was more of a problem than it should be. And I was like, I kept being like, man, I think I just need to stay, like just step away from here for a week.
Yeah. No,
And
you're not wrong. I've had moments like that at my job as well in the recent weeks.
You haven't been at your job for a whole year though, have you? How long you been at your job? Oh shit, 2 years?
Yep.
I thought I could have sworn that at most you had been at this job for a year. I didn't realize it had been 2. Damn.
It's been 2 years. It's been 83 weeks. Sorry, fucking.
Did you just combine Bare Naked Ladies and Titanic?
No.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. That's not what you were doing?
I did that, but I wasn't combining it with Titanic.
Oh, 84 years. That's the thing. My bad.
Yeah, no, I was. It was a it's a Botchamania thing. where it's like
83
a
weeks
transition, transition into that. Yeah. Anyhow,
it's because it's been 84 years. That's
one thing I did forget about was Saturday night karaoke. I didn't get on stage just because I didn't know what song to do.
You always do karaoke.
I was singing along with the crowd and stuff and intoxicated, so it was still fun. But yeah, it was a fun time. But apparently, people got a little too crazy because they ended up charging. They charged the tournament. Jabela like put out a tweet or something like, "Hey, they just charged because people were drinking in the thing and had like outside food, so they charged CEO like a bunch of buddies like, oh, you guys had fun Saturday night."
Like the venue or whatever was like,
yeah, we had to clean up a little bit too much, so this is what we're charging you. So they charged the tournament a bit more for that. But all that said, it was still, even when he said it to the crowd and stuff, it was kind of like tongue in cheek. Obviously, upset he got to pay more money,
of course,
but also he understood. And even Tong, another guy that was there with him, was like, "Who cares? You guys have fun, right? That's what matters." Yeah.
As long as like nothing really fucking crazy happened.
No, not this year.
Like, then yeah, it doesn't like, okay, I had to pay a little more money, I ain't want to, but ain't no crazy shit happen. We have fun, which is the fucking point. So
yeah, so
I'm glad you had a good time, man.
Yeah, and I got to keep my voice, so that's cool. Because I will say, Sunday early on, while entertaining enough, the crowd just wasn't into it. And I'm not
really,
and I'm not well, it just didn't seem like they were, no. Compared to Guilty Gear at the end of the night. But while I am ready to get rowdy and cheer for stuff and woo with any of them, I don't like being the one guy doing it. So if the crowd,
I don't like being the one guy yelling in a crowd at a gaming convention either.
Yeah. Sure.
When I was in one man booing chorus.
Yeah. Booing swipe. So.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I was just like, man, ain't nobody doing stuff. And I'm like I'll like try to get something. And I'm like, I don't even got. All my friends were busy doing other stuff Sunday, so it was just kind of me sitting in my own area. So I was like, man, I ain't even got like 2 or 3 other people to join in on the hypitude. But once Guilty Gear started popping up, huh?
I was gonna say, if I was there, I would have been all over the like.
Oh yeah. But no, it was. But like I said, it was fun. The games were all good on Sunday, and yeah, got to.
How many of y'all went?
What do you mean? How many people were at the tournament?
How many people? No, not like the total head count of the tournament. How many people were like with you, like your group? Like how many of y'all?
About 7 or so, but we didn't all go together. It was all in like it wasn't. This was about the most separate I think I've been from my group for a weekend of fighting games for various reasons. For various reasons, but it is what it is. People are busy. People are busy. We all doing stuff. Oh, shout outs. Almost forgot. Wait. Shout out Saturday.
Oh shit.
They had the cosplay competition, and my boy.
Oh shit.
My boy Adam. I'm gonna just straight up call him Adam. No, I'm not gonna call him Adam. I'm gonna call him Adam. So Adam, he goes on stage as like he's that guy. Every group has a guy that kind of is the butt of a lot of jokes, even if it ain't always got to be the most malicious thing, and it's not really with Adam because he kind of plays into it half the time. Adam decided to cosplay as Kazuya from Tekken. You know who Kazuya is, right?
Yeah, that's what's his name? Heihachi's like
Heihachi's
no,
son.
not Heihachi's. Heihachi's son. Heihachi's son. Yeah.
Heihachi's son.
White pants,
Yeah,
red finger gloves, black hair.
Yeah, and then sometimes in a suit with the
Mhm.
So he went up there with the suit and the gloves, and he had been talking about doing this cosplay for months, and
Oh,
he
Lord.
finally got to do it. He goes on stage, and I don't know if you've ever seen competitive Tekken played at a high level and the movement
Honestly,
that the
no.
characters do.
Damn.
Okay, so there's this technique that's been at least since Tekken 5, I've heard it. It probably was earlier than that, since the Koreans have always been better than the majority of the world at Tekken, though Pakistan is catching up because Pakistan has Arslan Ash, who has won like 4 fucking Evos. Anyway, so Tekken, there's this movement technique that people refer to as the Korean backdash because it required a lot of precise movement with the thing, and only the Koreans were really good at it for a while before other people catch up. But Korean backdash KBD before, and it involves, I don't know the exact inputs because I'm like, that's too much execution for me. I'm just gonna play like a normal person. I ain't Korean. I ain't got the ability to Korean backdash. But no, it's essentially you like backdash and you kind of like crouch or sidestep or do something to change the movement, and it's somehow superior to moving like a normal person. But it looks kind of like jittery and shit, which if you're just watching them do it. This motherfucker, when he comes on stage for his thing, they're like, and up next, we got Kazuya! And the camera shows him coming up the steps. He gets on the steps and just starts coming at the camera like this and starts bashing across the stage like that. And Bailey ended up giving him a award himself, just like, I'm giving my Bailey award, which I give to my favorite, and it had to go to Kazuya this year. So Buddy Adams got an official CEO medal, just like any other top eighter. Says the Bailey Award for cosplay contest. So yeah,
That's cool.
Shout outs to him. There were people who were tweeting it like, "Oh man, this
Shout out
guy,
to
I
him.
love his spirit. This dude straight up was gay."
Oh, that's dope.
So he had like a little extra little 15 minutes. So that was cool.
Shout out to your boy.
Yeah.
Would you ever cosplay? Because you love anime and gaming
If
so
I was
much.
ever
Would you ever
jacked-
cosplay?
If I was ever jacked and or rich,
Because what's his name? All the characters in the games are like every video game and or anime character is buff as fuck.
especially if they're black. There's not a lot of non-buff black characters out there. Also, some of the easier ones for me would be like, oh, okay, let me just be a buff black dude and I just get some cheap shit. Like if I wanted to do an easy cosplay, I could do like Balrog from Street Fighter. But I would just need to be fucking jacked.
Balrog's not like,
Yeah,
but he is muscle.
yeah.
I get that. And all you would need is like a blue tank top, blue shorts,
Yeah,
boxing gloves.
Yeah. If I want to, I can get a fucking go one of his alternate costumes or some shit and get the fucking Apollo Creed style American flag cape thing that he had in Street Fighter 4. But yeah, but I would also have to commit and do the whole M hairline, which I don't feel like doing that.
Oh, you mean kind of like that?
But purposely shave to be an M.
Right. I know. I'm making a
Yeah.
joke about my motherfucking my widow's peak and my receding hairline. Although I got my hair lined up so you can't see my peak too well, but you can see my fucking receding hairline and shit.
Gotcha. Hey, I wear hats all the time, but I got a big forehead too.
Your fucking hairline is not receding like that, is it?
Not
Is it?
receding, I don't think. No, not receding.
My hairline isn't really receding, but it has
No,
receded some. I'll put it like
yeah,
that. It's not receding.
it's all you. Shaped like a U. Soldier Boy up in this hole. Anyway, what were we talking about? CEO
What does
Taku.
Soldier Boy have to do with anything?
Oh,
What
you.
the fuck did? Okay.
Your hairline shaped like a U.
Oh, Okay.
I gotta.
That was it. That was this. That was this right here. See that's what that was. A reach. That was a reach.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Yes. Did you not understand what I was doing?
Well, when you started squeezing the hand, I'm like, I don't know what you're grabbing, what you're talking about.
Oh, I should just done this.
Yeah, like, yeah. That's you.
That's such a better joke than what the fuck I did. How you better at joking on yourself for me making fun of your joke than me making fun of your fucking joke?
Because if I can't make fun of nobody else, I can make fun of me. Damn it, Big Ugly himself.
Ooh, okay.
Big Ugly
Let
himself.
me find my glasses. Let me find my glasses. So, Mr. Omari, how does that make you feel? Talk about I can't make fun of nobody, I make fun of myself. How does it make you feel, sir? So when you do make fun of yourself, do you always see the people? Do you always hear the voices? The fuck? Like what the hell? If I can't make fun of nobody, I make fun of myself. What the fuck? Anyway.
I'm just being honest. You asked how I do it, and I'm saying because I'm the best. I'm the goat.
Do they usually
the
come?
boat.
So do they usually come at night or in the morning?
The ladies come whenever they want.
That was good. That was good. I can't even. That was good. That was good. That was okay. Well, I mean, I would totally end the podcast on that note, but we have a few more minutes to close out. That was I can't So anyway, how was your day?
Shirt.
That's dope. Who is that on there?
This is Roanoa Zoro from
okay. I can't really
anime.
Okay.
It's taken from a recent. It's a impact frame taken from a recent episode, like where they would, because the animation's been pretty good on recent episodes of the show, and one of them just a really cool impact frame. And there was this girl at CEO Taku who was selling these cheesecake slices that were really good. Oh shit. See if I can remember from the fucking. I can't. I forgot what her thing was, but she was really good. I forgot what her business thing was because she also sold shirts and bags. So I got this shirt.
Shout out to her hustling.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, she had her kids there Saturday. I would have gotten a cheesecake every day if her kids knew about the cheesecake. Because I got it Friday. Those people I was hanging with Friday, they knew her. And they suggested that I, do the thing. That I get the cheesecake in the first place. 1 second.
I got you.
All right.
But no, that's what's up, everybody.
I also got this bag. Like, apparently, if you spend a certain amount, you get a bag for free. So I was like, since on Sunday I needed to eat something because I usually just sit in the same spot all day, I decided I'm gonna go out, run real quick while there's no real crowd. I'm gonna buy some cheesecake if she's sitting out there.
Right, you don't want to lose your spot, right?
Yeah, I'm like, let me get this cheesecake. And then while I was there, I decided to impulse buy the shirt. And she's like, if you spend a certain amount, you get a bag for free. And the bags have some art on them too. This is old Marduk from Tekken. I just realized it says I'm number one, which is fantastic because he has this fucking win quote in Tekken 7 where he's like, I'm number one. I'm number one. He just like yells it twice for no fucking reason. So and I just realized that said I'm number one. So I'm like, all right.
His fighting style was Krav Maga.
Vale Tudo.
Fale Tudo. You're right.
He killed Armor King,
which was King's mentor.
Yeah, the second King's mentor. So there was a King from Tekken 1 and 2. His rival was Armor King. King from Tekken 1 and 2, I'm pretty sure either dies or retires, has an apprentice, or Armor King gets an apprentice to become the King from Tekken 3 onwards. Tekken 4, Marduk kills Armor King. Tekken 5, Tekken I think Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, a new Armored King pops up, kind of wanting revenge on King and Marduk. Well, King spends Tekken 5 wanting revenge on Marduk for killing Armored King. Tekken 6, somehow, that's where my knowledge of Tekken starts to deteriorate. But I know Marduk, King, and I think Armor King are all on good terms now. Bygones be bygones and all that shit. But yeah, there you go. But yeah, Tekken 5, I remember seeing that being part of King's story is Marduk literally having the like Black Jaguar mask and like bragging about killing Armor King, like cutting a promo on King. It's like, what the fuck?
And the funny thing about King is, I mean, obviously King and Armor King, you never saw them without the mask, but they never made any noise. Like they never talk.
They just growl.
Like I was like, well, I didn't remember them growling, but I knew they never talked.
They fucking.
Oh, right. But I was like, they never, like they have a whole fucking like story and they do the cutscenes and all this shit, and it'd just be completely done silently. And I was like, okay, I'll see what y'all doing. Okay, all right. How funny would it be that ultimately at the end of the Tekken franchise, you finally hear King speak and he's got like, hey, you guys are gonna pay for that. It's like, what the fuck?
I'd laugh and then I'd also be terrified because motherfuckers that talk like that and are big like that, you should be scared of. Mike Tyson.
Because what's his name?
Brockle D. Snar.
It was that movie, The Fighting Temptations, back in the day with Beyonce and Cuba Gooding. The dude, hey, what's going on? Oh, and then Cuba started laughing. Hey, what you in here for? Dude stood up, was tall as shit, for killing somebody for making fun of my voice. It's like oh shit. Because you know it's about them reforming prisoners and shit with choir. Yeah. Anyway. Speaking of choir, hopefully you all will sing the praises of our respective socials when you go ahead and check those out. So, speaking of, check out the socials. If you would like to follow yours truly, then you can go ahead and find me anywhere you stream your music. Go ahead and check out the day. First up, I go by the name of Super Jazz. That's spelled SUPERJAZ. Anywhere you stream your music, you can check out my debut solo album, which is called My Secret Identity. Shout out to my friend I'm talking about that I was visiting with. He heard a few of the songs. What you think about it? He said it was cool. So it's stamped approval by another friend of mine. So, you know, now this is friends. You go ahead and be the judge. But you might have to put in Super Jazz, My Secret Identity, since I'm not that famous yet. Also, if you would like to, go ahead. Find me on Twitter. X, Twitter, and look under the name Super Jazz 2. So that's Super Jazz number 2. And of course, go ahead on Instagram, look me up under the handle Forever Super Jazz, the word forever spelled correctly. Also, I started a production company. I was talking about, you know, putting on plays and whatnot. I started a production company. We wrapped our first show in June. So if you would like to stay up to date with all things with that, like the Facebook page, Aquarian Rising Productions. That's Aquarian, not Aquarius. Where can they find you?
Well, first of all, y'all know y'all can find me here every week, Wednesday, or otherwise every Wednesday. You can also find me elsewhere on YouTube on my own channel, Feo Grande. As I mentioned, I have 2 shows on that channel that I do with my good friend and good friend of the show, Bill Smith. I've got every week, every Tuesday, we've got a show that we've been doing for over a year now called This Guy Hasn't Seen, where we trade movies back and forth and discuss them. Good movie discussion show. You guys should get a film club as well. You don't have to make a YouTube thing about it, but just get that kind of deal. It's a good way to stay in contact with a buddy and have a good time all the time. Don't believe me? Check it out. We also, this week, we did Gladiator. Were we entertained?
I saw another movie I haven't seen.
Were we entertained? Maybe. It's fucking Gladiator. Then and I think next week is Blade Runner. And now every week, every Saturday, we've got our new show, You Don't Watch Sports. It's for people that title refers to, that don't really watch sports. And it's 2 guys, people like Super Jazz over there, you know? It's a good time. We just pick like 3 topics. Short show comes out on Saturdays. You know, watch it, catch up on some topics around the league. Get a little like, oh, I did not realize that these are some good football. I know this season, these are some good football teams to look for. These are some terrible ones. Or, you know, I hear some people talking about people in NBA. Well, I heard some points the other day that maybe the players shouldn't do this, that, and the other. But, you know, maybe they should. You know, it's not like I'm an expert. We ain't experts. Just listen to the show. It's fun. It's all fun. I'm about having fun. And I'm about to be doing some other stuff. Anyway, I also have a Twitter and Twitch. It's Giotavi. That's Giotavi. Come on in. Stop on by. I got nothing else to say. My story.
I feel like that's
my story. I feel like it continues. Cannot be found on Instagram.
I feel like the sports channel has like a lot of legs. What the fuck did you just do?
Exist. My knee.
What'd you say?
I said exist.
Exist. Exist.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Sports music has a lot of legs.
Did your shoulder pop or some
myself
shit?
With my knees of terribility. Ow.
Oh, God.
Go on.
I feel well, I was going to say before your body so rudely interrupted me. No. But no, I feel like your sports podcast that y'all are doing, that sports show, I feel like that has a lot of legs, especially if y'all can and I feel like y'all will have a better chance of keeping it up every week than we did when we tried to do the wrestling shit. So I feel like that has a lot of legs if y'all can keep it up. And I have faith. I really feel like that has a lot of legs to it. But all that being said, one more thing that we need to address before we close out this show. Because I know that I don't necessarily watch a lot of the episodes of a certain someone, but a certain someone does. Thankfully, I appreciate it. Watch a lot of episodes of this. And I know that this certain someone made it to the end of this episode. And I appreciate you watching, Bill, but apparently you were calling your boy out, and it was on a lot of episodes of This Guy Hasn't Seen that I didn't watch because it was movies I didn't watch. But some of that is on me. Okay. You want to be on the show? You want to hash some things out? If you want to hash them out, then call me Mr. Brown. I don't care how corny that was. But no, Bill, let's get on the show, brother. Brown. Just get on the show, Bill. Let's make it do what it do, bruh. Come on. I know I'm late to the party. Yes. But you know what? But you know what they say? No. You know what they say? I'm late to the party, but only nerds go to parties early. I'm fashionably late. Come on, Bill. Let's get it. All love, man. All that being
Only
said,
nerd. He didn't even need to. You could have just said fashionably late. Would have been much better without the nerd part.
How is saying only nerds go to the party early bad?
It took away from it. It was a soft thing. It'd have been like I may be late,
okay,
but I'm fashionably late. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers wait for me.
Well,
Who's
anyway,
you the one waiting. You got there. Nobody there. Nobody care. No.
Anyway, all that being said, as always, of course, it's a friendly ass fucking rivalry, y'all.
So I show up late.
Shout out to Bill, but Bill,
when I get to the gate.
Come on the show, Bill, so we can go ahead and you can tell me how wrong I am with my movie opinions. Love you, brother. And I love y'all too. So all that being said, everybody be nice to yourself, everybody.
Adiosness.